application for evaluating settability problems in an activated sludge process. You'll see that this also includes the ability to analyze for the specific oxygen uptake rate. We'll come down here and you'll see that the input variables are the flow, the raw suspended solids, the applied COD, or the raw BOD, and in this case we operate off of a ratio, which if plants run COD and BOD, they'll have a ratio, so that if you want a quick test, you do the COD. Here you put in the effluent volatile suspended solids, and you put in the effluent BOD. The volatility is solids is also entered at 75%. That's normal, but you can put in your value. Here we have the mixed liquor suspended solids, and we have the return activated sludge suspended solids. You'll see that the aeration volume is given. A default value of 0.5 is usually used for the yield of solids growth through the BOD. In this particular case, we have 19,000 gallons per day of wasting. The application calculates out the 2400 based on the volatility and the 7815. It calculates out a sludge age of 5.35 days based on the effluent suspended solids and the wasting. The effluent flow is obviously that minus the wasting, and then it does the mass calculations for the solids in the waste and the solids of BOD and the mass of suspended solids. It comes up here and tells you that the total suspended solids growth is estimated at 2,307. We calculate the return sludge flow rate based on the RAS, or return activated sludge solids, and the mixed liquor solids. Then you have the settled sludge volume, which you input. This calculates out the SVI, and also you can add the applied BOD. The other section is the specific oxygen uptake. Here you enter the temperature, you enter the starting DO in your BOD bottle, you measure it. In this case we measured for 4 minutes and it dropped down to 0.6, and then the program goes in and compares the standard oxygen uptake rate at 20 degrees, which would be 23, and of course at 11 degrees it's 12.5. The application goes through and looks at the SOUR value and tells you that your settled sludge volume should be between 600 and 750. It also goes in and tells you that under these conditions you would anticipate having normal settling, declining growth, ciliates, and flock formers. As an example, if we were to change this to 2 minutes and solve it, you'll see that we now say we have slow settling, logarithmic growth, and this type of conditions, and we'd expect a settled sludge volume of over 750. So I'll put this back to 4 and solve it, and you'll see that you have an application that will give you an idea of what you should see under a microscope. The other thing is that if you were to lose 30 parts per million of suspended solids in the effluent, you'll see that now the sludge age drops to 4.53 days. So now the question would be, I should literally reduce my wasting, so let's reduce the wasting to 15,000 rather, and solve it, and you'll see that we're back up to 5.4 days. This is called digital twinning. It'll allow you to anticipate changes in the plant based on the numbers that you have versus numbers you think you're going to employ.